We are at the plot, 6th of September, just arrived. I'm just about to plant some of these violas that I've been growing at home. There we go. Beautiful little flowers on them, bedding plants. I'm not sure if they're frost harvey, but never mind. They'll have a bit of chance to flower before the frost gets to them anyway, for the bees. I'm not sure what else there is to do, to be fair, today. I might have a quick look round, do a bit of weeding, a bit of harvesting, and we'll have a look under those netting as well and see what the damage is from these cabbage whites that are flying around everywhere. Right, I'll set you up on my tripod and fast forward planting these. I think with no dig you can obviously plant stuff, but you're not really going into the soil underneath. You're kind of just taking the top layer of compost that you're putting down on, I guess. Now, I'm not sure how far apart to put these, but they go in hanging baskets and stuff close to each other with no bother really, so I'm just going to whack them in any old day. They've got two choices, haven't they? Live or die. You decide. Now, the compost is not very deep here at all. I think I've said before that I scrimped on the old no dig with the depth of it. I'm going to make like a little mound using some other bits of compost around there that's a bit thicker, and then just plant into there. Should be okay. I'll up as I go throughout the year and stuff. Oh, and there's loads of compost in the bottom of this pot as well. Roots are not that deep. Oh, they are quite deep actually. Oh dear, what shall I do? I'm going to have to just dig it down a bit. There we go. There we go, that'll do. Squidge them in. And then I'll put a bit more compost around here and bring up the levels a little bit so it doesn't look freaky. Goes to show that you don't really need a big deep bed of compost to get you going. It's proof that you don't. Pack it down. There we go. Done. Little bedding plants in. See how long they survive. We'll get some nice footage of them now before the slugs eat them. Prove that they did go in healthy. Good luck, little fellas. And I just took the cover off the kale. Looking really good. Obviously there's going to be some slug damage underneath there, but there's loads to start picking and eating. I don't mind the leaves when they're small, and they're dead tender as well when they're small, so I'll just start harvesting a bit of these today. I think they're looking a bit wilty. I think you're supposed to harvest like greens and kale and lettuce and stuff in mornings, so they're not as wilty, but if you dunk them in a bit of cold water when you get home, they're fine, they're alright. So I'm going to pick a few of these now, bag them up, ready for home. So I've just taken off the netting that was along here, like the shade netting. The peas are really taking off now, giving them a chance to get away from the birds that were pecking the tips of them off. So I'm happy with those. I've got to get underneath these now and get rid of some of these yellow leaves and have a little tidy up underneath here. Have some of those weeds. I think that's a Swede there. Just starting to root up, look. Just, oh, hang on. There we go. There. Just starting to get a nice thick root on that. That's brilliant, and those two. They're a bit close together. It's just like the seeds fell out the packet, so they'll have to be small Swedes. I'm sure they'll be delicious. Right, I'm going to get on and get this area tidied. Right, under this section I've just got some Swede growing there, and then I put 2 rows of carrots in along there, so they've been netted just to like get them going and make sure nothing pulls them out. But I'm actually going to take the netting off, give them no protection, and try a method I saw once where someone sowed their carrot in a row, and then as they were like coming through like this, like tiny little seedlings, they walked across the row, on top of the row, to squidge them down, and they didn't have any trouble with carrot fly. So I've done that on here, so I don't know if you can pick that up, but I've walked on them here, so it's kind of indent there, and I've walked all the way along the row to squish the seedlings down. So we are on the 6th of September today, so I'll have to do an update in a few months when I harvest them and just see if I've got any carrot fly. I might have to put a bit of fleece on to get them in the winter, but yeah, I'm just going to let them do their thing now and sacrifice a couple of rows just for, in the name of science, I believe. Alright, I've got some mint here. It looks like the orange one. Yeah, it's the orange mint, this is. Height approximately 60 centimetres, like sun, partial shade, free draining conditions. Orange scented evergreen shrub with an upright habit, great for butterflies and bees. So it does smell absolutely incredible. But I just wanted to show you these that are coming out the side. Now they look like some kind of runner or something, so I'm going to try and propagate some orange mint by snipping them off and sticking them in a bit of compost and seeing if they are runners. They've got to be runners. They've got to be runners, haven't they? They look just like strawberry runners. So, get me scissors. Wherever me scissors are, there they are. I've got a pot, just normal compost. So I'll snip them off. I think I'll snip them off like on the last leaf, and then maybe pull off the leaves, get rid of the leaves, or a few of the leaves, and then just do it like a cut-in. So just put it at the edge of the pot. So I'll do a few of these and see if we can get them to root. There we go. So I've done a load of cut-ins. I've left a massive piece just to see what happens with that, but the rest I've done really small, and I've just cut just below the leaf and then just above it as well. So we'll see what happens. I'll give these a drink of water. So I've just noticed this is basil mint, and it's also got runners coming on it. I've never known mint to have runners before, so these varieties I've never grown, and there's another one this side as well. So what I'm going to do with this one, instead of cutting it off, because there's only 2, I'm going to layer it. So if you put it like that, I think it's called layering, and then let it touch the ground, and it should maybe send down roots. So I'll put a little bit of water in the pot and then just leave the pot on it and then leave that attached to there, and then if it continues to grow, or if I pull that out and it's stuck to the ground, then I know there's roots on there, and then I can just snip it off there, and then I'll have a separate plant. So that's the plan for this one. Peg is far too long for the pot, so I'm not going to peg it down. I'm just going to leave it like that. Right, I'm just refreshing my Slug stop cafe. So I've put apples in there before, which they like, but when they go dead rotten they kind of lose interest a bit. So I've tried leaves and they'll come in for a little bit, eat some of the leaves, but once it rots too much, they're not keen. So I've got some pears here because apparently they love pears. So you put your pears in, you cover it over with a couple of planks of wood to make it like a nice shaded hidey hole for them. Leave a little gap in there, obviously, so they can get in and out. And then you put this under some shade plants or something like that, like, or in areas where they're in a lot of trouble. So I've got one down this side here, just to, because I've got a lot of brassicas and stuff under there, and there was a couple of slugs that I pulled off today. Not pulled off, but you know what I mean, taken off. And then this side there was quite a few underneath the pumpkins and stuff, so I'll put this back underneath here, where it was, and give it a little water, like wet the wood and stuff. So I'll do that now. And look what I found, a little sluggy underneath, so I'll just pick him up and put him in my tub. There we go, little fella. There you go. That's it. Got quite a few today, to be fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That's alright on a sunny day like this. There we go. There we go. So then I'll just give it a little water underneath. Make it wet on the boards and underneath there. Just did a quick DIY project. So I've just cut up a little bit of guttering that I had left over. It could probably do with like a tube, to be fair, to hold them, because I had to put a little bit of string around to hold it in. But yeah, that looks quite cool. Keep my sticks up out the way. Not going to have anyone's eye out, I hope. No. Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look at the compost now. So I bought a compost thermometer to check the temperature of the bins. It's absolutely boiling out here today. Oh god, get the bloody lid off. And the compost bin is colder than bloody outside. Why is it not heating up? There's loads of wet. There's loads of wood chip in there. It's all mixed together. And it's just not heating up at all. So I need help. I need help with my compost. Right, let's get this Pak Choi harvested. I'm going to leave the roots in and just cut from the bottom and let that just stay in the ground for like microbes and all that. Leave the roots in. I think they'll die over winter anyway, so look at that beauty. What a beauty. Delicious and nutritious. Oh, there's some carrots there. That's what I've done here as well with the stepping on it method. So I tried it there as well. I think I might take that Pak Choi as well at the back. This knife's ever so good. It's probably a bit overkill, but goes through like butter. This one's had a little sluggy fest on it, but that's okay. We'll cut them off. That's another nice fat bulb. Not bulb. It's not a bulb at all, is it? Leaves. Clusters of leaves. I'll give this a little spray with garlic and cayenne pepper, because it looks like it's slug damage, but it could be bird, so I'm also going to net it as well. So this mixture is just garlic and cayenne pepper. Get it nice and spicy for the old sluggaroos. Put some off it. It stinks as well. Give a little spritz all over. Bit on the ground as well. Might do these little flowers as well. Just to put any slugs off. There we go, that'll do. and then I'm going to net it as well. There we go. Put some of these hoops over just to help support it. There we go. Actually, I'll do it a little bit wider. Dandelion. Pull that out. Put another hoop around this side as well. Stick it right at the end here. And then this is the butterfly netting. It's got tiny little holes in it, so there'll be no more caterpillars on here as long as the leaves are not touching the net. The wind has picked up. Now I got my net out. There we go. Stick a brick on it. And then we'll see if it's birds or slugs. If it continues, it's probably slugs. If it stops, it's birds. I think you can tell by the shape, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it's if it's straight chunks out of your leaves, it's birds, and if it is curved and in the middle, it's slugs. So there's a little bit of all of it. Get me a brick. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be a bit of protection. Got a bit of fennel under there as well, so want to have a bit of net on it. There we go. Beautiful. That'll do. Cracking. Oh, that's another couple of hours done down the plot. Mucky fingers, just how I like them. Harvested some Pak Choys. A couple of Pak Choys I'll have for tea tonight. Bit of kale, although it's gone a bit wilty now. But still be good to eat, full of nutrients and organic, obviously. Tomorrow I'll pop down, probably do a bit of mowing on the edges around the pathways, another bit of weeding. Probably won't film that one. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. Don't worry, I haven't forgot the slugs. There we go, fellas. Bye, slugs.